Hello everyone, this is Kudakwashe Sape Tshuma, and today I'm joined with Doreen Kamwendo, and we'll be talking about doing online jobs. Hello Doreen Kamwendo, welcome to the call.
Hi Kuda, hi everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I've just prepared some questions, but before I jump on to get to ask Doreen about what she's doing, I just want to let you know that you are in the right place if you want to learn how Doreen has been able to earn money doing work online. And number two, if you need to know what Doreen did to get to where she is today, then this interview is actually something that you really need to watch to the end. If you want to see the proven methods that you can actually make money online, then you're actually in the right place. There are so many reasons that I could go on and on and on and share about why you should watch this interview to the end. But let me just end there. Let me just talk about myself. I know today the main person is Doreen. She's going to be talking through the entire interview, but right now, I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Kudakwashe Sape Tshuma, and um, I run a number of online businesses. I am an online business owner. I do a lot of things on the internet for profit. And one of the things that I do is a pro coaching program that is called Internet Pro Club. So Internet Pro Club is all about bringing awareness about different ways of how people can actually make money online. So how I got to know about Doreen. In 2016, we are doing this interview. This is 2018. In 2018, I met an amazing lady by the name Lutrish Kandawa, and she actually lost her job and she wanted to look for something to do online. And then she took the training inside Internet Pro Club, and then she started doing amazing things on the internet. So she went on to teach others how to do it. So Doreen is another person who is mentee, who was mentored by Lutrish, and Lutrish reached out to me, say, you need to talk to Doreen. She's doing amazing things. So if you want to take a look at the interview that I did with Lutrish, you can visit my website. It's called www.kudaonline.com/Lutrish. You'll be able to see the interview that I did in 2016 with Lutrish. Also, we did a seminar with Lutrish, which was attended by about 100 people in Zimbabwe. Now, back to you, Doreen. My first question for you is, who is Doreen Kamwendo? If you can just tell us a little bit background about yourself.
Okay, thanks Kuda. So Doreen Kamwendo is a writer. She's also an online business owner. I work on Upwork as a freelancer.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Besides Upwork, what is your background like? Family.
Okay, so worker by profession. I'm currently employed. I work for an organization services overseas. I'm a communications and advocacy. I'm a mom of 2. Yeah, so that's Doreen in a nutshell.
Okay, that's good. So you do online jobs part-time, is that correct?
Now it's part-time, but from 2016, 2016 October, November, when Nolene and Nutrish Upwork, I did Upwork like full-time up until September 2017. Yeah.
Okay, absolutely, I see. Now, my first question, besides about your background, I want to ask you a question. What led you to look for opportunities to do work online? What pushed you to look for those opportunities? I mean, you could have looked for something else, but why did you push for that?
Yeah. I think I really did go and look for opportunities myself, but it came as a recommendation from the 2 ladies I've mentioned.
Okay.
They knew from the word go that I loved writing. I loved to, to blog and to put, what I thought and felt out there. And you know what? Don't you think that you can get something out of this writing other than just to write for fun? That's when I really then became, really interested to say, yes, if there's an opportunity for me, to work online, then maybe I should pursue it. That's when I
Because
then,
it's actually something that you have been doing already, but you're not profiting from it. Is that correct?
yes, yes, yes.
Absolutely.
And actually, at one point,
Mm-hmm.
I actually wrote some books. I put them on Amazon. You know how it is. If nobody really knows you on Amazon, you won't get any profit from it. So I really then said, there's nothing that you get from this writing. So it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. I see. Okay, so what's so good about doing work online? What do you love about it? If you look at what you're doing, what's good about it?
Okay, so what I really love about working online is that you know, already skills, but you get to learn more skills because you are exposed to a diverse market. You are exposed to different people with different expectations, and
Mm-hmm.
in so doing, you grow as an individual. So that's also one thing that I'm working online, and I think just that flexibility to be able, to be your own boss, to work on your own terms. It's something
Mm-hmm.
that is really, really interesting for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Okay, that's so now. How do you? Okay, you mentioned how you got started. That it was a recommendation, right? From others. But what's the best way to start? Let's say the question that I need to ask here is what are the best steps to start if someone wants to do work online?
Okay. So one thing throughout is that it's important maybe to get people gone the journey before you. I think for me, nutrition, Nolin were those anchors and those pillars because they would really mentor me to say this is the way you should go. So for me, if you want to go online,
Mm-hmm.
let's hear the stories of those that have done it. What has worked well, what hasn't worked well, and
Yeah,
then that then becomes, your starting point. Yeah. So it
yeah,
really mentorship for you to be able to start. Yeah.
yeah, that's great. Now, let's talk about the beginning. About the beginning, I understand maybe at the beginning it wasn't as good as it is right now. What challenges did you face at the beginning that you felt like, yeah, I want to give up? This is not for me. I have to look for a job. I have to do something else. Uh, what did you face, and how did you overcome that? I understand you spoke about mentorship, but now let's talk about the challenges that you personally faced, if
Okay.
there's any.
So Upwork is so one major thing that I saw as a challenge. Upwork is not so easy to to enter into.
Mhm,
Not the signing up and everything, but just getting your first job. So
mhm.
you'll find that beginning of the month, you've got about 60 hours for you to be able to bid for jobs. At times, you just bid. You're not so sure if you're bidding correctly.
Mhm.
So for me, the first thing was just to first get the first client. It took me, I think, some 2 months or so to client. So at first, you just think maybe these guys they don't even know if I exist or if my profile is getting visitors or whatever. So
Uh-huh.
that's the first thing that you get. But then once you get your first client, then
Mhm.
you need to prove yourself, you
That
need
should be. Mhm.
to really show them that, I'm worth your money. And from there, it's the challenges, they won't be there that much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, you mentioned that you it took you like 2 months to get a job, but really, how long does it take for someone to become proficient at doing work online?
So in terms of you being proficient, it depends with you. The more jobs you do, the better you get. So the onus is on you, the drive that you have as an individual. So if you push yourself, you become proficient, and the more jobs you take, the more confidence you also gain.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, just to some of our listeners, we are talking, we have been mentioning Upwork, Upwork, and Upwork, and Upwork. In a minute or less, can you explain what Upwork.com is and what it offers? Because a lot of people, when they hear make money online, they think that thing does not exist. But can you just explain maybe the steps that someone needs to take, or explain what Upwork is all about and how you turn your gift into money?
Okay, so just a brief how Upwork started. It started by one person, a technician who wanted a job done, and then he realized that one of his friends who was some country was the only person who was good at doing that. Then they were then contemplating to say, how then do they make this person who's that distant do that work? That then began, that concept of Upwork. So basically, when you're looking at Upwork, we are seeing that we have people that have jobs that need to be done. And we have got people across the world, that have skills that they can offer to do that job. So what Upwork then does is it links... Sorry.
No, okay, that's okay. That's the good thing about working from home. You get to work with the kids, and
Yes, you do. Yeah. So what Upwork does is then it links the clients who are these people that have lots of jobs to be done with freelancers, people that are skilled in different areas.
Okay.
So for you really to then, yeah?
Just go ahead.
Yeah, so for you to then become like an online freelancer like what I am, you just sign up, it's free, you go to www.upwork.com and you sign up as a freelancer. From there, you put on your profile and you begin to bid for jobs based on the skills and expertise that you have displayed.
Okay, so what kind of skills can people provide on Upwork in terms of, can you just mention a few? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Okay, so you can also become a virtual assistant, an administrator, and you can also do, I know because my husband is also on Upwork, he's a computer systems engineer. So he does IT support. You can also do research. There are some people that would want you to go and do research. I've done some jobs like that where somebody is in this country, they want you to go and research about a particular company based in Zimbabwe. So those are some of the things that you do based on the skills that you have said.
Okay, so your husband as well does work on Upwork, but he's into administration. Is that correct? And IT and stuff like that.
So my husband is a computer systems engineer. So he's on Upwork, he's on Guru, he's on Freelancer. Those engineers, they get lots of jobs and they're paid more on online. So on online sites.
We inspired the other to be on Upwork. Was it you inspired your husband, or your husband inspired you? Who started first?
So I started first, and then I also took him through it. He used to just say, you and your online things, until I started getting money from it. And then
So when he saw the results, he was like, okay, you need to look at this. I'm sure him being in the IT space, the IT space has a huge need in the market. I'm sure he's making it big, I guess.
He is better than I do. Better, way better.
Okay, that's great. Anyway, now tell me about the challenges about receiving money in Zimbabwe. I mean, I know a lot of people, they're watching this video from different parts of the world, but we live in Zimbabwe, and right now we have got money challenges. How do you get your money to Zimbabwe?
Okay, so for me, I linked my Upwork with my Pioneer card. At one point, I linked it with my PayPal, but then I think beginning of this year, new regulations that we can't use our PayPal with the MasterCard.
Okay.
So now I only use my Payoneer. Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure there is a lot to learn there. Now, how much experience does someone need to start? Do I need a college degree? Do I need to be this professor? Or how much experience does someone need?
Okay, so basically you start from where you are. You
Mhm.
start by the skills that you sell. So for instance, if you're somebody who's just good at using English, you can do some online tutoring. So it's not really about having a doctorate or being a professor. It's about the skills, the things that you're already passionate about, the things that you're already good about. And if you market them and you package them well, then you can then begin to earn something online.
Absolutely. Now, some people may think this is too good to be true. I mean, when you are saying that you and your husband, you're doing this online and you're getting paid, and I mean, we live in an age whereby we have two kinds of people. We have got I've got a good friend of mine in South Africa who called those people the BBC. They're born before computers. Those kind of people whereby if they need to do something, they just don't believe in online payment anyway. But it may sound too good to be true that someone in Zimbabwe is living from the money that they make from the internet by offering the services that they offer, and then they get paid in return. Can you just comment on that? If someone is looking over the fence, like saying, is that real? Is that happening? What would you say on that?
Yeah. So for me, I would say that it seems too good to be true, but it's true. What I really feel is the challenge is that our first interaction with the social media and online platforms was just for us to have fun. Nobody really oriented us on the benefits, the monetary benefits of these online platforms. So for somebody, I would suggest, and I would also advise that, go to Upwork, go and check it out, go to guru.com, go and check it out. Our challenge is that, we it's not saying that we believe when we've seen.
Exactly.
So if that's the case, then do so. But there is a lot of potential out there. It's just that when we first had the orientation, it was never about us getting money out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So people should start taking advantage of that, right? Okay.
Yeah, they should.
I think you mentioned about this. What does someone needs to do in order not to give up? You mentioned about mentorship. So, Kena, do you mind if I can skip this question? Because the question that I was going to ask you was, what does someone need to do in order not to give up? Because I've worked with a number of people over the years that have been doing online entrepreneurship, and I've seen the majority of the people they actually quickly give up. And anyway, let me just move on to the next question.
Yeah.
So, where do people find information about doing online jobs like Upwork, guru.com that you have explained?
Okay, so you just go online, you check for the genuine websites, because what I've also seen, when I started, you'd find, these adverts in your Gmail to say free online jobs, and they would ask you to pay this certain amount. Those ones, I think they are fake. Because for all the sites that I've talked about, like Guru, like Upwork, like Freelancer, you don't pay anything. The only way you begin to pay them, because they also take a service charge. It's upon you, getting your first job, being paid by the client, then they get a certain, percentage from it, of which I think is fair, because they are the ones that are linking you. So it's important for those that want to know more, go to upwork.com, go to guru.com, go to freelancer.com, and just, have a feel of what these offer. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying you can make money from doing work online without first paying any cent. Is that correct?
It's very true. Those that require you to pay something, be suspicious of those ones.
Absolutely. Okay, so any last words for us in case I've been preparing this set of questions and maybe I didn't ask you one of them? What would you say if you have any words for us?
Okay, so for me, I would urge, especially young people out there, to really, evaluate the amount of time that they spend, on social media sites, and what is it really that they get from it. You find you spend 5-6 hours on Facebook, but the monetary value, there is money to be made if we locate the correct, platforms. So it's important for us, to search, to get people that will also teach us to say, okay, these are the sites that are working and that are giving us money, and we make a difference. Because for me, the next generation of billionaires and millionaires, they are they are the ones that are doing online jobs, not for fun, but really as work. Because actually, I call myself a businesswoman. Yeah.
Of course you are, definitely. Anyway, now I understand maybe this is too much to ask, but our listeners basically they may need to get in touch with you and ask a few questions and maybe information on how to get started or something like that. But whatever, it's maybe a question that I did not ask you. I at liberty to share your contact with them if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's all right.
Maybe your Facebook contact, your phone number, or whatever is okay with you, whatever is comfortable with you.
Okay, so I'm available on Facebook. My username is Doreen Kamwendo. I know you'll find lots of Doreen Kamwendos, but this one, what's unique about the Doreen Kamwendo? I don't know, but Doreen Kamwendo is on Facebook. You can also find me on my Skype. My Skype ID is D Kamwendo. Then my phone number is +263 776 004441.
Okay, do you mind if you can repeat the number again?
Okay, +263 776 004441. I hope I didn't give you my husband's phone number.
I'm sure you'll be able to answer some of the questions since you guys are doing the same job. Anyway,
yes, definitely.
Yeah, so we have actually come to the end of this interview, and I would love to thank you, Doreen Kamwendo, for sparing some time to share this valuable knowledge. And I believe that people that are listening to this interview can take some notes and make a difference in their lives, and also take advantage of social media and make money from what they are doing on the internet. With that being said, my name is Kudakwashe Sape. I'm the founder of Internet Pro Club. Thank you very much for being on this call.